Welcome to Trading Psychology Journal. Today, we're going to travel back in time, into the world of one of the greatest traders who ever lived, Jesse Livermore. This story isn't just about numbers, charts, or profits. It's about the raw, unfiltered psychology of trading. The emotions that build empires and destroy them. The rise of a legend. Jesse Livermore was not born into wealth. He didn't come from a family of bankers or investors. He started with nothing, a boy from Massachusetts who ran away from home with just $5 in his pocket and a burning curiosity for one thing: the movement of prices. He began working as a board boy in a small brokerage firm. His job was simple: to write down stock prices on a chalkboard as they changed. But while others just wrote the numbers, Jesse watched them. He watched how prices danced up and down, how panic made them fall, how greed made them rise. He was learning the language of the market, a language made of fear and hope. At just 14 years old, Jesse made his first trade, and he won. Then he traded again, and won again. Soon people began to notice this boy who could read the market like a book. He turned his tiny savings into thousands, an unimaginable sum for someone his age. He had discovered something most traders never do. The market moves because people move. Their emotions, their fear, their greed, their hope. That insight would make him a millionaire, and later, destroy him. By the early 1900s, Jesse Livermore wasn't just a trader, he was the trader. When he placed a trade, the market listened. When he shorted a stock, entire sectors trembled. He made millions shorting the market during crashes that wiped out other traders. In 1907, when Wall Street was in chaos, Livermore made $3 million, a fortune in those days. During the 1929 crash, he reportedly made $100 million by shorting the entire market. To put that in perspective, that's like making over $1.5 billion today. He wasn't following indicators or fancy algorithms. He was following psychology, understanding that when the crowd is euphoric, the end is near, and when the crowd is terrified, opportunity is close. He was the ultimate day trader before the term even existed. He knew how to ride short-term momentum, how to sense weakness in a rally, and how to time entries and exits with surgical precision. For those searching how to day trade, Livermore's life remains the ultimate example of intuition, timing, and discipline. He studied the market like a hunter studies his prey, patiently, silently, waiting for the right moment to strike. But even the greatest hunter can be hunted by his own mind. Despite his massive fortune, Jesse Livermore's story didn't end in triumph. He lost everything, not once, not twice, but multiple times. Each time he built a new fortune, and each time, it slipped through his fingers. How could a man so brilliant lose it all? How could someone who predicted entire crashes be destroyed by his own trades? The answer isn't in his charts, it's in his mind. Livermore himself once said, "It was never my thinking that made the big money for me, it was always my sitting." He knew patience was power. But in the moments of fear, greed, and loneliness, he forgot. He broke his own rules, he overtraded, he chased losses, he tried to prove he was right instead of protecting his capital. That's the ultimate lesson for anyone learning day trading for beginners. You can master every strategy in the world, but if you don't master your emotions, you'll lose everything. Because trading isn't about the market, it's about you. When you look at a price chart, whether you're doing day trading crypto, day trading forex, or day trading stocks, what you're really seeing is human emotion visualized. Every candle represents someone's fear, someone's greed, someone's hope. The green candles scream, "I'm missing out!" The red candles whisper, "It's over, I can't take the pain anymore." Livermore understood that. That's why he could profit when others panicked. But even he wasn't immune. In the end, the emotions he mastered in others became the ones that mastered him. If you're new and searching how to day trade for beginners, don't make the mistake of thinking this game is only about strategy. It's not. You can learn how to trade crypto, how to trade stocks, or how to trade forex, but if you don't understand yourself, you'll never survive. The market doesn't reward intelligence, it rewards emotional control. Livermore once said that the market is never wrong, only opinions are. And yet even he struggled to accept that truth when the market went against him. Like many traders, he wanted to control the uncontrollable. He wanted to force the market to move his way. He forgot that no one can predict the future, not even a genius. This illusion of control is what destroys most day traders. You start with confidence. You make a few wins. You think you've cracked the code. Then, the market humbles you. Brutally. That's when the real test begins. When your ego is shattered. When your confidence disappears. When you stare at the screen and question if you're good enough. That's where most quit. But that's also where the few, the true traders, because success in day trading doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from enduring it, learning from it, and growing through it. Jesse Livermore's life is like a mirror reflecting every trader's journey. In his triumphs, we see our dreams. In his failures, we see our fears. He teaches us that trading isn't a science, it's an art. It's the art of discipline, patience, and self-awareness. He teaches us that no matter how much money you make, the real battle is always internal. For every trader who wants to learn how to day trade, his story is a warning and a guide. He shows us that even a man who could shake Wall Street to its core was still vulnerable to one thing: himself. And that's why Trading Psychology Journal exists, to remind you that success in the market starts within. Lessons for beginners. Let's break down what every beginner can learn from Jesse Livermore. 1. Master patience, not prediction. Livermore didn't chase every move. He waited for the perfect setup, the trade that spoke to him. As he said, the big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. 2. Respect the market. He learned painfully that the market doesn't care about your opinion. The moment you think you're smarter than the market, you're finished. 3. Control your emotions. Livermore's greatest losses didn't come from bad trades. They came from emotional ones. Fear and greed can destroy a lifetime of discipline in a single moment. 4. Keep your capital safe. The first rule of trading isn't to make money. It's to protect what you already have. Every professional trader knows survival comes before success. 5. Never stop learning. Markets change, strategies evolve, but human psychology stays the same. Learn from every mistake, and remember, your mindset is your edge. Today we live in a world Jesse Livermore couldn't have imagined. We trade with one click. We watch markets move in real time. We do day trading crypto, day trading forex, and day trading stocks from a phone. But even with all this technology, the game hasn't changed. The emotions are the same. The fear of loss, the greed for more, the pain of waiting, the thrill of winning, all still here. In the end, Jesse Livermore's story isn't about money. It's about the human condition. It's about ambition, success, loss, and redemption. He reached heights most traders can only dream of, but he also fell into depths few could survive. He showed us that trading is the purest reflection of the human soul. Every hope, every fear, every weakness exposed in real time. So if you're learning how to day trade, or searching for wisdom in day trading for beginners, remember this: you're not fighting the market, you're fighting yourself. And the only way to win is to surrender your ego and master your mind. Thank you for listening, and welcome again to Trading Psychology Journal. Until next time, trade wisely, think deeply, and remember, the market rewards discipline, but it punishes emotion.